I'd like to share a story with you guys that I know it's true, and I still marvel at how God worked. You've probably heard of the Velvet Revolution in Czechoslovakia. And it was called the Velvet Revolution because their change of government was so nonviolent. But most people don't know the foundation, how that actually came about. Working in Eastern Europe during the communist days had difficulties of its own. An atheistic government, and they did not appreciate any Christian activities. And basically, there was a Friday evening where there was a legal march, and it was a march of students. They were in Prague, Czechoslovakia, and then they were going to come to Wenceslas Square. And up at the top of Wenceslas Square is a spot where in 1968, Jan set himself afire in protest of the Russian invasion of his country in 1968. So it's decades later, and the students were walking through town as a memorial to what he had done. But what they did not know was that the police had been instructed to attack this legal march and disband it. Well, the police viciously attacked the students. They beat up quite a few. Several ended up in the hospital. Fortunately, none of the students died, but many were injured. And so this happened on Friday night. So the students were so aghast that the government would disband a legal gathering. So now they called for all the students in the country to meet in Prague in Wenceslas Square Monday night. Well, Monday comes. Nobody knows what's going to happen. All the workers left their jobs. Factory workers, cab drivers, bus drivers, several 100,000 people met in Wenceslas Square. And there were so many people that you were elbow to elbow. You could not move. And everybody was there. And a microphone had been set up at the top of the square. And a policeman gets on the microphone. And the entire crowd of several 100,000 people immediately goes quiet because they don't know what's going to happen. The police attacked a legal gathering just 2 days earlier on Friday. Now this is an illegal gathering. They didn't have time for official stamps and papers. And what's this policeman going to do? Well, this policeman gets on the microphone and he says, I want you to know that I am one of the policemen who attacked the students Friday night. This guy's taking his life into his own hands because the whole crowd could turn on him. But he went on and he says, but I'm here to ask for your forgiveness. A local pastor took the microphone from him and led the entire crowd in the recitation of the Lord's Prayer, extending forgiveness to this police officer. And within hours, the Czech government was gone. And the extending of forgiveness not only changed that policeman's life, that changed the life of a country, because their entire government changed within hours from the simple act of extending forgiveness. So if people have hurt you, if people have disappointed you, go ahead and extend forgiveness to them. Number one, it's going to help you. Number two, it could impact them, and it could impact your entire city or nation.